Nigerian human rights activist Honorable Abdul Oro has called upon President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to diplomatically call for the release of Nigerians held captive in Cameroon. Speaking shortly after appearing before the House Committee on Public Petition in Abuja, Honorable Abdul assured journalists that the captivated Nigerians are not protesters. However, he seeks for the freedom of the captivated Nigerians in Cameroon.
Bola Tinubu is a human rights person. He was a former exile, a former refugee in another country who was running away from tyranny. And he fought tyranny and defeated tyranny. Now there is hope renewed. So we want that hope that is renewed to embrace our neighbors, to touch the lives of our neighbors, especially all those who are oppressed around our neighborhood and everywhere, especially these my clients. We wanted to intervene with the Cameroon authorities to release them. Even the UN Special Commission on Arbitrary Arrest made this appeal to the Buhari administration, but we people know that the Buhari administration was tone deaf. They didn't respect human rights. They didn't listen to anybody. So we are appealing to him, we are appealing to our parliament, elected by our people, by the will, the sovereign will of the Nigerian people, to intervene with the Cameroon authorities to release these people, so that maybe they can go into a conversation to negotiate peace, because these people are interested in peace, so that their refugees can return home, everything, so that their people can have peace. You know, and you know, you cannot negotiate with somebody who is not free. Somebody who is not free. One of the things is that these people, after I don't know what I mentioned, one of them, that former deputy registrar at ABU, he was 65 years old, and according to the law of Cameroon, you cannot sentence a man who is 65 years old with life imprisonment. So what did they do? They fined him the equivalent of $533 million US. Even the Cameroonian state cannot afford that kind of money. Now we talk of an individual, an old man, who will simply say, let me breathe freely, let me be a citizen, let me be myself. You know, so we want the federal government of Nigeria to intervene diplomatically and by other means to first of all secure the release of these people, their liberty, and then if they are free, it is now up to them to lead their people one way or the other to negotiate, either to negotiate with the Cameroonian state or whatever. That is no longer, that is going to be a political decision they will have to take on their own. But we are interested in their liberty, their freedom. That is the main, that is the core of the petition we've given to the House Committee on Public Petition. These people, you know, there were protests in Cameroon about posting of French teachers to teach in Anglophone schools, and judges in magistrates from Francophone areas to Southern Cameroon where they speak only English and pidgin English. So these people were now protesting. Immediately they protested, they started killing them, they started shooting them. That is why the MUT guy and the lawyers, they marched in the street and they escaped into exile. But these people now, they are already in Nigeria. They were never part of all those protests. They were already in Nigeria. So that is what drove many of them out of Cameroon. Then one day, Paul Biya, who lives in the Intercontinental Hotel in Switzerland, he rose by decree, actually. He came one day at the airport and declared war on Southern Cameroonians because they were protesting. They cut off the internet, sealed up the area, and they started killing people. In fact, you told me a story about one baby who was thrown to oil. So yes. It's a totalitarian regime. They don't tolerate criticism. So that is what drove many people into fighting back, if you call that. And then also those who went into exile. Those who couldn't fight and then they had to run away.
Atonda Babatunde, GTV Africa.